Good evening, ladies and gents, this is Nerds the Human, and welcome back to our Britannia Rebels campaign. And you join us at Lancaster, where last time the English were finally defeated. And indeed, with them, the Scots will soon follow. Perth is under siege, and if there is no Sally this turn, well, there is nothing that they can do to hold us back. Now, there are probably a fair few forces hanging around this Scottish fort here. Yes, indeed, there's a full stack in there currently, and the king is hanging around somewhere in this part of the world. See if he's any closer. Yes, there we are. King Alexander the Cunning waiting for us. Indeed, he probably needs to get going because one more turn and he'll be joining us. Oh, I do hope we don't have to kill him. It'll be lovely to gain ourselves an extra general or two. Of course, the Norse are also looking pretty weak. Just their capital over here, the fortress of Inverness, and that does need to be taken down before too long. We do have, though, our lovely Welsh army on its way here. Well, a mixture of the Welsh and the English, to be honest. But it's one of the Welsh lads who's going to take it over for us, which is just beautiful. Beautiful news. He'll make it there in around 3 turns. Hopefully, we'll finish that off today. And the last thing, of course, is that we do need to scout out the Irish, who did about 6 full stacks outside Meath last turn. So we'll have to have a little look-see and scout out the area. So we are training lots and lots of cavalry. We're sending whatever random cavalry units we have onto the boats to go and explore and really just scout out the lands. It might well spread some of the armies around, but it also means that we'll know where we can hit. Once the Norse boat's taken care of, it doesn't look like there are any Irish ones around, so I think we'll be absolutely fine. We'll end our turn then, and we'll see if the Scots want to do this the tricky way or the nice simple way. Rather surprisingly, the Scottish haven't decided to attack, which means Perth is ours for the taking. Oh, that is lovely to see. Now, 1 ram and 3 towers. That is not an awful lot, but they don't have a huge amount here, if I'm honest. Fine armour, plus 4 to the hit points. Oh, that is quite painful. Noble in battle, intelligent, aspiring commander. I quite like to have him on my side, to be honest, but sadly, he's the one who's going to have to go down and be killed. Management of 9. Oh, that is beautiful and very rarely seen indeed. Time to head in then. Let's finish off the Scots. Well, the Scots pikemen might look fairly formidable up on the walls here, but they are not going to be able to use their pikes up there, and I suspect we'll be in a fairly solid position to take them out of our armoured swordsmen. It is very nice indeed to have ourselves such strong units on a rebel campaign. Not really used to it, to be honest, but I will not complain. It is very, very welcome indeed, and it's made this campaign slightly more interesting than many of the rebel campaigns in my mind, because I quite like using these forces, and I like the mixture we've got, the culture system very much working in our favour. Strangely, even the ram looks like it's going to make it. I know it's a rainy day here, but that is quite surprising. So we'll see what happens as we get through the gates, but it looks like we're going to be catching plenty of these lads up on the wall. Well, it says that these lads are bracing, ready for impact, but it does look like... Oh, there we are. They've woken up now. Yeah, they were just getting themselves slapped round the face with a sword. Looks like we are making short work of these guys. 60 to 82. We've already very clearly won that affair as far as I can see. Now, we have a bit of a surround on this side. Heavy Point Militia climbing up onto the walls. I suppose then we'll send up some Highlanders to come and help out. Why ever not? But we are slowly chunking our way through them. And I lose a few of our men, but honestly... looks like we're pretty much there. It'll just be a matter of time now. And unsurprisingly, there is a break on the wall here, and we've only lost 20 men on that particular part. Even this lad who's surrounded, being attacked by both sides, is currently got both of them wavering against him, which is quite impressive. He's just a few more men, but now, well, we've got the Highlanders piling in behind. They're getting slaughtered, by the way. But they are doing a little bit of the outmanoeuvring, which is always fun. You know what, lads? You can run back over here. No need to worry about you dying. Oh, no, they've actually broken them. Well done, my good sirs. Well done. Okay, you know what? We might as well send these lads down here, and we'll try and get on top of any of these if we can. With most of them breaking on the walls, then it is pretty much just 1 unit left that is going to take us on. Of course, it's the general, some scraps, and some bit of siege equipment left on the plaza, but it does mainly look like we've got the victory here, aside from the Highlanders, who have done a good job of a bit of flanking, but by and large, they were just the fodder carrying the ram. They did a decent job, but now it's time to chunk away at the noble pikemen left on the tower. Well, with the front line of the crossbowmen and the swordsmen for some reason breaking against the general, we've decided to pull him into the trap instead. So, ignoring the pile of corpses of our friends over here, I'm going to get some of these guys into the flank. We're going to continue shooting with the arrows, please. Thank you very much. I don't care about shooting my own lads. I care about the general going down, damn it. So we're going to get ourselves on top of them. Get our spearmen into him properly now. That will be beautiful. And there's a few lads left on the plaza. We've already killed the catapult, which is kind of how these guys ended up dying. But hey ho, let's ignore all of that nonsense. It's all fine. We're just going to go kill this lad here. Yeah, there he goes. I just pressed speed up at the same time, so apparently I just missed a lot, and it's ignored it. That was a very strange little affair there. Okay, fine. Longbowmen, all missiles. Start moving forward and shooting these guys down. Apart from you lads, you've run out of missiles. Well, as we just shoot them down, apparently we've got someone on the plaza, which is giving us control. It does look like we're not actually on it, but apparently the timer is now ticking down. And to be honest, it's mainly just this guy getting shot by 1,000 arrows at once. Who apparently, it's up to quite a lot there, but it's the last few at this point, and I suspect victory is ours. The Scottish are going to fall, and with this, oh my, we might well gain a couple armies, including the King of Scotland, who's going to turn to the rebels. Oh, that's lovely. Prince Grim with a grim final end. And with that, Perth falls, the final Scottish city, and sack the city. Oh my. Well, of course, the Fort Army gets itself destroyed. Scotland are gone. Oh yes, that's beautiful. And Perth no longer needs to be blockaded. We have ourselves this lad over here, with a load of pike militiamen. We have Alexander the Cunning, who is, of course, the old king. Interesting indeed. Does it say that he's been disinherited? I guess as the king, he's not ever been disinherited. He's just, given up his crown. He's now leader of the rebels instead, which is lovely to know. Oh yes, some mercenaries. I haven't really been using these up until now, but we can go buy up some of those lads. And what's that other army? Just some more scraps. Okay, not the best forces in the world. I think most of their good forces we can't actually inherit, sadly. But some nice armies nonetheless. This lad, former successor. Okay, loyalty doesn't matter to me. We are the rebels anyway. But things looking very, very interesting now. A few generals to lead our armies into Ireland. Now, this is something very, very interesting. I've just been demolishing all the buildings in the city here, such as like the massive gunsmith, the Master Thieves Guild, but we can get a gun hulk. Well, that's new. Interesting indeed. Okay. So it is possible to get boats. I didn't realise that was at all possible, but perhaps it's well worth looking at somewhere like London then. Dockyard gun hulk, indeed. Okay. I missed that one. Well, that changes the picture a little bit. Gives me a few more options in terms of the Irish. Now, we are just basically going to reorganise our troops. Get our generals here lined up with some of the good lads. Particularly strong armies, of course, for these chaps. I might just have to shuffle around one or two units. Start sending this distraction army. Not very good, but it would be interesting anyway. Send a little distraction army up to go and help off the Welsh lad who's going to go finish off the Norse. We've got a load of recruitment going on in all our castles now. Big pile of Norse archers. Castletown getting a few more horses onto the scout boats, which will be marvellous news. And in general, just got lots of troops moving around. We've still got places like Arundel going to reinforce places like Pembroke, which still need extra troops pretty much everywhere at this point. We are just training whatever we can, if indeed we can train anything useful. Some armoured sergeants, actually, not too shabby. So, yeah, things looking pretty good. It's just a case, really, now of ending a few turns as we organise ourselves before the Irish invasions. With the Norse not having to take in the bait, they also have left themselves a few units outside Inverness, which gives us the opportunity to go and head in with our strongest force. Now, we could attempt a night attack, but of course we actually want to bring King Godfred in. What does he have? Fairly solid army, all things considered, actually, and a fair few cannons just to add some spice to the occasion. Okay, his cat can probably take me out as well, so this is going to be a case of our longbows, I suspect, and our superior infantry. Pretty solid infantry. I mean, semi-axemen are delicious. We know them from the Kalmar Union campaign. The Huskars are solid, but you know, we have our Brutal Morgana Spearmen, and I love those lads. So we're going to head in. Even if we don't manage to do it here today, we will pretty much have defeated them. Let's head in. An interesting affair here. They do have one cannon in the first army, so I'm just going to send my cavalry around the side to go and take it out, and apparently they're quite happy for me to do that, which is a little bit confusing. But hey ho, I'll happily take that. It means they've got a few lads around the back as well. We've had one small clip at the very back of these spearmen, but other than that, we're doing just fine. We've obviously got our... Ooh, that could have been bad. Yeah, we've got our spikes up at the front, which means we can put the swordsman here and the spearmen on the flanks, which is what we are currently doing. Now, their general's a little bit distracted by us. That's fine. We've actually already cleared out that bombard by the looks of it. So if they want to come into us, they're fine. These guys are getting themselves shot, so the longer it takes them to run into the spikes, well, it just means they're all going to be dead, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Okay, there's actually 8 left of that bombard, so we're going to go chase him down. If we can find him in the trees, there he is. One unit's going to go and deal with that lad. The rest of these are being shot to ribbons, and honestly, I don't know what they're doing. But the main army is gradually arriving, and it's well worth noting that they could be significantly problematic to us. We'll have to see. With the first army routed almost immediately, apart from the general, of course, it is a good opportunity to mop up some of them if we don't get ourselves caught, which we are slightly. So if we try and mop them up, that would be great news, but the main army is starting to march through us, so we should probably be a little bit more careful than that. This guy, though, can just attempt to mop any of them up, and we'll lead this guy back towards our army. That's grand by me. Maybe just start running anytime. Yeah, they don't really want to run. Maybe just don't die, lads. That would be my advice to you. Okay, with the main army then starting to slowly plod themselves into position. We'll see if we can snipe off any of the bombards. They're actually quite near the edge of the map right now, so we might not have too many opportunities, but we'll see what we can do. Yeah, it turns out sending my cavalry to run through my own spikes was a terrible plan. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, so they're quite dead at this point. They're quite dead indeed. But at the very least, we can go and kill this catapult. Well, this one bombard is trying to shoot us from all the way back there, so we will, if we can, get on top of it and just chop it up enough before these guys. I mean, they actually don't do anything. They're weirdly not, although we're routing, which is a bit of a shame because they still have 10 men left. Bit annoying, but there are more cannons yet, and they do have us in their range just about. This general's now, I think, done. At least he's clever enough not to walk through the spikes like my lads. One of them, by the way, there we are, he's dead. One of them did decide to make it through alive, so well done to Steve back here. He gets a medal. Interestingly, this bombard has got teased by trying to shoot at us, so that will mean it gets left behind. That's perfect, right. Start running these guys in this direction, and we should actually have a good chance to hit them now. Okie pokey, start running in at them, and they are slowly making their way towards us. If we can just take out these bombards, I feel very happy about everything, because a bit of skirmishing from them could be very painful indeed, so I don't really want any of that. On top of them we go, and I slightly mucked up the charge there by redirecting them. They're cav going to come for me? Not quite yet. So pull out, because we are losing a few too many, if I'm honest. Down to 18. Give a second charge to those lads. You are shaken, but not near breaking just yet. These guys have experience. They should be okay if we are lucky. If nothing else, we're keeping them busy. We have just got hit, though, in our spearmen, which isn't what I want to see. Viking raiders charging at the front. Longbowmen. All my bowmen should be doing lots and lots of brutal work at this point. Oh no, my cav. I mean, mostly they're here to distract the bombards, which is what they're successfully doing. But let's just be very careful about these Huskars. Actually, get yourselves around the flank. I can see one over there that needs to be dealt with. I think that's the original one. Where are you? Go and kill that one if we can make it. These guys have taken a big hit. Get the axeman in. Okay, we're just going to have to do what we can now. Charge in, my lads, charge in, and see what we can do. Now, there are... Okay, we've got some more spearmen at the back. We do have some cavalry back here as well. Let's make sure we utilise them. And a few more bombard shots are hitting their own men at this point, which is good news for us. We've managed to break that other bombard down to 1, which means they are no longer of any concern to us. Now let's make sure these guys are back out of the battle. Okay, we have got ourselves some cavalry out at the flank, charging to those Huskars. That might not be enough room for it, but we're going to have to do it anyway. Okay, we're charging in. We just can't afford to let them flank us. We're going to flank them. Who are you? You're feudal knights. Charge my general into him. He should be fine. We'll get those axemen in to help with that particular affair. Flaming arrows coming in, which is what I asked these guys to do a few moments ago. Good, good, good. Good news indeed. Right, get those spearmen forward. Our poor Steve almost got hit there. We're going to let Steve keep fighting. I think we're doing it. I think we're doing it. Looks certainly like we're winning this battle right now. Okay, get my infantry forward. Get on top of these guys. They broke it. Oh, there's a general. Don't let the general pick off our general, please. And as for my cav, are you guys still doing your good filthy work? You are, but you're going to need to get on top of these guys now instead. Keep on pushing forward. My cav, chase them down. Where are my other cav? You're still on that flank. Honestly, just run at anyone you can at this point. Spearmen, chase after some of them, but these guys all get on top of that guy, apart from my general, who just needs to swing back across the battlefield to this side. Actually, where are my spikes? Let's not run my general straight to the spikes. Okay, general, maybe go behind the lines. Behind the lines, not through the spikes. Thank you very much. We don't need to lose a general like that, do we? No, we don't. Right, feudal knights are now running away. General has done his slightly wangled, I almost picked a very strange word there, slightly wangled approach on this occasion. Okay, get everyone who can get into this general on him at this point. Yeah, everyone here, get on top of that general. He needs to go down. He's got a lot of men left. Actual missiles, go off flaming and just start shooting into him, because he's the one that we need to deal with at this point. Feudal knights back there. We need to intercept those of our spearmen if at all possible. Where's Steve? Steve, go and mop him up. There we are. Steve's done the job as far as I'm concerned. Now, at this point, what have we got left to kill? It's mostly that general, to be honest. General, pile yourself into him as well. Missiles will probably need to stop around the time the general arrives, actually. Right, Cav, you keep mopping up. That is your job. Keep mopping them up. All missiles. Just, honestly, just charge those dismounted Huskars. Apparently you're charging at us, so maybe just turn around and kill them. That'd be a good plan. Thank you, Steve. You're doing a lovely, lovely job. And it looks like we've pretty much done it. It's just the general who needs to be chunked down at this point, down to 27. My general does need to be careful. Come out of there. No need for you to die here. We've already won this battle. You just don't need to lose yourself in the process. General, just start actually mopping up. Make sure they don't come back anytime soon. Gotland footmen need to go down. And we've got plenty. He's fighting to the death at this point. He's fighting to the death. Some of them are regrouping, but there he goes. I think that's the end of the Norse, no matter what now. Wherever this army gets wiped out. No, it won't, because we've got victory. There is victory. Glorious news. Well, utterly vanquished, I would agree with that, and I'm pretty certain, no matter if they decide they have enough troops left, oh, it doesn't look like it, we've killed the generals anyway, victory is ours, and the Norse are dead. And with that, oh yes, they're all gone, and that means this army, King Frederick, oh yeah, well the army's gone, but King Frederick will now join our side when we sack his settlement. Oh, look at that. Norway are destroyed. The long legacy of these people has ended. We actually inherited a Ribolt. That's because of mercenary Ribolts. We get that. That's beautiful. Okay, do we just get these boats as well? Mercenary cog. So we got the mercenary cog. Interesting. Okay, we officially now have we officially now have all of what the Irish would consider the British Isles, but not what all the English would consider the British Isles, for want of a political statement. Right, let's plan the invasion of Ireland as ever an Englishman shall. We've got many, many armies to work with now. Even this army didn't actually get murdered in the end, so let's have a look at our new lad. Oh, he's a very young lad indeed, but you know what? He's got room to progress. So we'll just merge up what we've got there. The Morgana Spearmen. Whew, they took a beating, didn't they, as well as the army. We lost a lot of infantry in that battle. I mean, they had strong infantry. It's a pretty even affair in that sense, but the missiles just really swing it for us. I mean, they use a cav. I mean, Steve. I mean, I don't really know which unit is which anymore. I assume this one's full of all the. Actually, I assume this is Steve's force, probably, isn't it? Because these guys, most likely, just the horses are dead and the guys are probably alive. One bloke probably got thrown off into a spike, but we won't worry too much about him. So we'll just get the general's bodyguard sorted out. That is lovely, and plenty of organising to do. Quite a few armies are getting organised already over here, and scouts soon to arrive. But it's certainly interesting to note that when I sent my scouts around, I have, well, I found the armies tracing my boat around the island, that is for sure. But Cork is quite empty, and I have accidentally brought along some Norse axemen, which does give me the temptation, you know. It's only a normal family member. You know what, maybe, just maybe, we have a little bit of a chance. We're gonna give them a poke. Why ever not, you know? Why ever not? So we'll just continue swinging around. We'll leave one more of scouts around this part of the world. Go and blockade that port while you're here. That'll be lovely. Yes, we probably should go and blockade their port as soon as we have some boats. Indeed, the boats are on their way around. And if we do have generals, we might just be able to hire some, actually, although we haven't run out of money, which is a slight issue. Nonetheless, that should be an interesting one for us. Convert to our cause. Okay, another terrible army. We know these guys don't do any good, but oh well, it's at least fun for them to be there. So we'll send them into some forest. Well, they're dead. Well, with the end turn having passed, it looks like Cork is available to attack. So we'll give it a go. What's the other unit? Just some javelin men. I'd say just some javelin men. They can do some brutal work if we're not careful, but we should have enough to win this. Let's head in. Let's try and take Cork. With the general surrounded on the plaza then, it's time to charge on in, and we might as well make the charge in a couple of different directions just to confuse him. And indeed, let's get galloping on in, my good sirs. Let's gallop on in. Oh, look. I forgot about this anyway. Okay, well, we're going to axe him up anyway. Hopefully he'll get very, very distracted. And this last unit, honestly, there isn't much room for your charge right now. So we'll just pull out the cavalry and we'll just repeatedly charge them if we get the opportunity to do so. Infantry are running in. Oh, lovely. They're getting chunked down very quickly indeed. Down he goes. Axed to death. Well, it turns out that they don't get to live very long at all. Charge everyone in for one final charge and, yeah, ripped to smithereens, it turns out. A couple of our lads got killed, but not that many. That was pretty efficient. And with that then, Cork would at least fall. It was a bit of an accidental take this, but gives us some money to spend, so that's nice to see. Ballista towers, I don't think we'll have time for those to get instated, but you know what, we'll take what we can, damn it. And if we can cause some problems over here, that'll be nice. We actually never originally had this. Tipperary and Cork we never managed to take, so quite pleased about that. We're going to move you over here just to blockade the port. This is now our port. I don't know, but we'll get some of our scouts moving around. Anyway, yes, we do have more scouts heading around this boat of one. Exceptional news. Yeah, this is going to send out one or two lads. No, we can't send any right now, but that's fine. Good old Admiral Thomas, yes. More and more boats. You can see the armies are now starting to really get themselves in position. Oh yeah, the armies are pretty much there at this point. We've got a few more over here, don't worry. There's another one over here, Captain Francis. A few more joining up together over near Carnarvon. Yeah, going to meet over in Holyhead and get ready for the little sail over the seas. I think in general most of our armies have made it now. Of course we have this magnificent force, and yeah, other than that we've just got to keep pulling everyone into position. Got this lad, and oh, of course there's the Welsh lad who yeah, has done so much grand conquering for us. We'll send him down, I think at this point. Oh yeah, a few more ships. We'll keep sending the ships around. Nice to see some gun hulks once again. We've got some money back in the kitty, so we'll keep on. Well, there's only about 2 places we can currently get the boats, so we guess that's where we'll be getting them. Highland Swordsman. Aha! I was saying earlier, don't know if it got cut or not actually. I was saying earlier that we don't seem to have any good Scottish units, but there we are, some Highland Swordmen. That's pretty darn good. Frighten nearby enemy infantry. Oh my. Well, that might make a good difference. Actually, before the boats, let's get some of them. They can replace... Oh yeah, you my good sir. You hang around here. We can replace some of your infantry that you lost. You did lose an awful lot taking on the Norse. So I think you can get, yes, recruited from some of these most beautiful lads. How can we get those? Just the huge city, I'm assuming. I think it might well be, because I don't see anything else really of any infrastructure at all. Okay, thank you very much, Perth. Having landed one of our lads at Derry, then we do realise that it's pretty darn weakly defended. It's still in a large town, wooden walls, nothing particularly impressive. One lad inside with the army which has just been sent out, presumably to deal with my horde of scouts. And we're also blockading their ports just for good measure. I felt like that was the best approach to this, really. We do have a second army over here on the bridge and a third army as well. Pretty much just reinforcements, scraps, all sorts of armies just to follow up once the reinforcements actually arrive proper. So. Here is the Scottish king then, who, yeah, they will be begging for their lives. So we do have ourselves an extra army here who can come around this way. And honestly, we'll just leave him here for now. We'll blockade the port. We'll send this boat over that way, back to Wales. Thank you very much. And ideally, I guess I'd like to block that bridge, but I don't think we have the movement points for that right now. We'll deal with that next time. Yeah, let's just keep that blockaded for the time being. Now, our scouts in this part of the world are a little bit battered, so we could do with sending some more over that way. So once we get a few more of our ships over here, we'll send the odd scouts. Ah, there are 2 scouts ready to go. That's nice to see. Another beautiful army. Oh, this is just lovely. This one's not quite fully formed. This one, though, does now have itself some extra cav. Oh, yeah, we've got plenty to take on all of these chaps. They are not necessarily going to do too well. We'll see how the Irish are doing, though, because I am slightly worried. Oh, yeah, they are besieging us, by the way. I'm worried that they might have the mounted Calivermen, who, if you don't know, are the gun cav that they do have. They would be brutal if they have them. Do they have any? Not in this army. They do have their lance cav, so the next level up. Okay, interesting, but nothing more than that. That army, I'm afraid, is going to die. That's just the way it goes. We don't really know what they're in these other armies, but we might find in time that there are some of those brutal gun cav. We'll just have to see. Unsurprisingly, Cork is going to come under attack, and whilst we will almost certainly lose, the game is weirdly eager to give me this. I somehow don't think so, but actually they don't have an awful lot of infantry here, do they? A few sets of kerns, 1 Galarach. We have our own terrible kerns, and we have some Norse axemen, of course, so we could actually defend the walls okay, but we just don't have enough. There's not enough here. What are they on about? They've got trebuchets and catapults anyway. Oh, well, we'll give it a go. If we can take out this general, he looks very good indeed. Yeah, maybe the plan is just to kill him. Well, we have got lucky to some extent because they are quite a long way back from the walls, and that does seem a little bit random sometimes. And it does mean that we have the opportunity here to take out their catapult, which is very much what we want to do. Now, are they going to react? Yes, they are. They are definitely reacting. Okay. Get our lads out of there for the time being. That's fine by us. They're going to start throwing javelins. That's why you should be running that way. That way? That way was the instruction. Well done. Okay, they're now pushing the tower into you. We do seem to have largely done a good amount of damage here. Not quite taken them out. So let's just swing back, finish off the catapult. Maybe just send you two actually around the walls to do some teasing. These guys... You can just hold for a few seconds. They're not going to do it, are they? No, they didn't. They didn't. They were supposed to just take them out, but they failed. Well, since they're the only Irish kerns that are running up to the walls at the moment, I suspect we are going to win this opening little affair here because they are not very good and they're going to keep wandering around to a further away wall. Honestly, that means more of you are going to die and an easier route for me. Okay, let's take out what few infantry they have. There's some Galaglach over there. Okay, we'll go and deal with these catapults who they have left for the time being. And what are they doing? This is all very, very strange indeed. Okay, Irish Kerns are going to face off against our Kerns, and if they want to do that, that's fine, because I'm pretty certain ours will win on the wall. The rest of them, I guess we'll just run these lads over here to the tower. That is fine by me. Cavalry, just get your job done in the flank end. There's a lot of horse boys who could cause some problems, but yeah, bit of a strange one here. Bit of a strange one. They've got a lot of cavalry, which I think they'll be able to win out in the end, but might do an awful lot of damage to them. This is going to be an interesting affair here because we've done a fair bit of damage so far, 8% to 43, but I'm not sure we are going to do enough because now they're just going to pile on through, and that could be very, very painful for us. We have a very offensive army, not necessarily one for the horse charge, but it's not the horse at the front, it's actually the Kerns. So in we go, and we'll just see what we can do. We've charged in our cavalry into the rear, which may not have worked for us. I'm not actually sure about that, but we do seem to have done a little bit of damage at the very least. So there we go. Actually, there's some Irish Kerns breaking in the rear. That's what we want to see. Okay, we've got a bit of breaking going on. That's the general. He's even shaken. That's surprising. Okay, we've got the Kerns over here. They can just guard that position. The general's broken. General's broken. On my days, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Go and pick them up right now. Go and take them out of there. Take them out, my cav. Take them out right about now. We might actually be able to kill the general. That will be glorious news if we can get on top of him right now. Right now. Don't let him get away. Archers, shoot into him. Get my axeman, thank you very much, over there just to go and help out with that situation. And where is this general? There he is, down to 6. Okay, good, good, good. You guys keep charging after them. Actually, no, don't do that. Just get on, just let them do their job. Axemen, get back in position. If their cavalry come back into it, that's fine, but it's going to be too late. Ah, that general's still going. Oh, that's annoying. That's really annoying. He's actually escaped, which is unfortunate, but maybe he'll come back if we don't kill them all too soon. Who knows? Who knows? Let's just lead this lad around because we kind of might actually be in trouble here. We might actually find our cavalry are in a bit of trouble. We'll see about all of that. Archers are doing their job. The general going to come back into it? I'm not sure he is, you know. I think he's just running away, the darn fiend. Doesn't look like we've broken them by and large. We're not going to be able to chase him down unless he decides to come back into this battle, but we can kill the rest of his army at least. But with the last few lads then trying to escape, but probably getting caught by our horses, we can certainly call this one a victory. A bit of an unexpected victory at that, but the only thing we didn't do was kill the general, which is most unfortunate because he was pretty darn good. Nonetheless, a great victory. Well, with the major victories there at Cork, realistically, is that we now get ourselves ballista towers ready for next time. We may not be very strong in what's left here, but ballista towers, oh yes, I'll very, very happily have all of that. Thank you very much. As for the rest of it, yes, I did notice this army here actually ran away from Derry in the end turn, so I think we'll just stroll on in. 16 losses, we'll have to take that, I suppose. Sack the settlement and actually got ourselves a mission success. Isn't that just perfect? Okay, one thing I did want to do with some of these lads actually was move them out so that we could get ourselves a bit of a bridge force. Actually, the Ribolt would be quite a nice addition to all of this. So we'll add this in. We'll send just one more of these guys out, but a Ribolt for a bridge, if that's what we want to see. In fact, you know what? Yeah, you stay there for now, but the rest of them, the rest of these forces, maybe go and take this fort in the distance here. That's probably nice for us to do. Honestly, though, Derry, the army might as well move straight onto Lifford, seeing as they've just gifted us that one. So we'll go do that. Actually, let's not bother. It is only a castle. Okay, only a castle. You know what? We'll go with 4 ladders, 2 towers. That will do the job. This army is in the middle of nowhere. We'll just send a few cavalry just to keep hold of Derry for the time being. I'm sure we've got some random scrap army to come and end up looking after the town. Yeah, you look good for looking after Derry. There we go. Lots of pikemen, a few crossbows, and some archers. That will do the job very nicely indeed. And okay, it's already looking like a pretty solid beginning here. a few men in the town here as well, if I'm frank. Yeah, you know what? I might go and do this myself to make sure I don't have unnecessary losses, but I think I think it's going to be quite a simple one. After a fairly short-lived battle on the walls, then they did retreat to the plaza, and seeing as it's only spearmen, quite frankly, there's nothing else to do apart from shoot them down in the old-fashioned way with the longbows. We've got plenty of them to do it, and if they don't fancy going to take on the armoured swordsmen again, well then I guess they're just going to stand there and die. It looks like one unit doesn't want to stand there and die, they want to run over here and die instead. Well, that works for me as well. They actually do have fairly decent defence, these lads. They are solid enough spearmen, but they're nothing particularly nice. You see the rain of arrows there over the top at the two units of cowards. But honestly, while this does mean we're going to lose one or two more men, maybe, none yet. There we are, there's one, I spoke too soon. Yeah, I do think this is pretty simple affair at this point, particularly if these guys just want to get shot. We lost about 2 men so far. Honestly, these spearmen can't really do it when it comes up against these brutal swordsmen. Another city falls fairly simply. The armies are out in the field somewhere, but I'd rather face them in the field than in the cities. So another lovely victory. And with that, Downpatrick is ours, and we can sack the settlement before immediately moving on. If I'm honest, I'm quite happy just to continue. We've lost a few men, but it's such a small handful. I'm not even sure it's much to worry about. So we're going to plod forward. In fact, we're just going to go off the beaten track. Just stand here. Okay, there is a full stack standing around waiting for us. Oh, that is lovely to see. Okay, well, they're going to go down the bridge. It's a very solid backup army we've got there. Downpatrick, we do need a unit for there, so just one of you stand there for the time being. Actually, we do have some men. Irish Clivermen! Wow, I was not expecting to see those come up. Apparently we can actually use some gunmen. Well, that's exciting. I do hope that the culture doesn't shift too much with my English lad right here. Yeah, wasn't expecting any of that. Okay, so yeah, we might well be able to get the mounted Clivermen for all I know. We'll have to see about that. So we couldn't get anything from the Welsh units with the gunsmiths and things, but yeah, it seems that we are able to with them, but it's probably just coming from the large stone wall. I'm not really sure what's giving me that unit right now, but that's certainly interesting. I think it's time to finally get some meat on the bone with this Irish war. So far we've just been picking off cities with our rather targeted strike, it must be said. But at this point, yeah, we want to take on some of their big armies on in the field. And over to County Trim, where, well, Meath, I should say. But we'll get rid of the Rams. We'll just get ourselves a pile of this stuff. Fortress, so yeah, 4 landers is what we want. We'll see if this time wants to come face us. We have more and more forces gathering in various positions. This army in particular is looking glorious. We're interested to see if either of these guys want to take them on. We landed another army down here. In fact, there is even another army over on the boats here. They, I don't think the Irish can do this, to be honest, but we shall see, shall we? We shall see. There's the king over there, King Domhnall, and he's a bit isolated, to be honest. Cork looks fairly safe at this point. We have some reinforcements coming, as well as a big army heading over to Tipperary. It's not even that long of a way at this point, is it? It is not. So, yeah, I think we've got a good chance here of being able to take out huge chunks of the Irish. We'll end our turn. We'll see if they come and bite at any of the bait. Unsurprisingly, they are going to pick up the scouts rather than deal with the actual armies, which does seem to be what they're doing, full stop. Yep, they're going to continue doing the same old silly tactic. And unfortunately, because it was in the trees, this counts as an ambush, and now I've lost the opportunity. Okay, they're going to take us on with 1 billion armies, apparently. I might just withdraw from that, actually. We'll see what they've got. Oh, catapults ahoy. Interesting army, very interesting army indeed. What are you? Scraps and scraps again. And a third force. A third force. Let's get my TH&Fs the right way around, dummies. Yeah, quite a lot of catapults. They do love their siege equipment. And not a particularly strong set of armies, it must be said. But the sheer numbers is slightly worrying. I do fear that I might end up losing all my missiles in the process. Okay, do we have enough cav to pick off these guys? The horse boys will do a bit of damage to us as we try and engage but we need to take out the catapults. Okay, we can give it a go. Could be interesting though. Our tactic is immediately clear, and that is to... How quick are they moving these things? That's insane. I guess they're basically sledging at this point. Okay, sledding, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, let's just get on top of their horse, boys. We can break them isolated. That would be nice. We don't seem to have managed it, unfortunately. Okay, let's just get on top of all of these catapults, if at all possible. If they're not going to engage with us, I'm quite happy to... Yeah, okay, they're gonna throw their javelins in now, aren't they? Yes, they are. Okay, let's just try and chase after those horse boys, because they can irritate me an awful lot. I can tell that already. Javelin cav are... I love using them, but I hate facing them. They're so annoying. Okay, those holobars... Yeah, I think they've actually caught them. I think they've caught them. Okay, that's fine. Get on top of them now when we've got the opportunity. And one of you get forward to deal with these catapults. You just need someone on top of them. And get the heavier lads on top of the horse boys. Oh no, they're doing their weird shuffle that they do when they're too far away from the camera. Alright, you know what? Those are going to chase off into the distance. They will die, but that's fine. Turn into the bodyguard. And they're laying fire. I don't like any of that nonsense. There's way too many of them. General, oh, we need to... This is annoying. This is such an annoying army to be facing. We need to try and get these holobars off the general battle, because they are not going to do very well with it anyway. Get on top of these guys. Just keep them busy. That's kept them busy. Move on to the next one. On to the next one. Oh, they're too busy trying to deal with this one unit of holobar. Go away. Go away! Take on the General. General, deal with him. General and Feudal Knights have to do the job. They are laying so much fire on us. Oh my. My archers are actually mixed in with my infantry right now, which is a kind of the way I set it up, obviously. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is not starting well, and this is not what we need. My cavalry have now broken. Can we at least kill their General? That would at least give us something to work with in this battle. We're just going to have to take our chance then with King Alexander of the Scots trying to... Is that his name? I can't even remember anymore. Anyway, the former king is taking them on at this point. And, oh, the flaming shots are just horrible. I hate it. Okay, we've got a few of our men. Okay, they're shooting past us in general. We've got a few of our men now intercepting their spearmen, and we're just going to charge forward. It's basically the only way of doing it at this point. Holobars are just charging back from dealing with the horse boys. Are we winning this? We are very much winning that, but hopefully there won't be an unlucky smash into us. Just keep these guys busy as long as possible. We're onto those catapults at this point. On to the next ones. Just keep them busy as long as possible, and their infantry can charge in. We lost a few too many to those blasts, but I think the job is largely done. There are reinforcements, though, which I haven't even thought about yet. Was hoping we deal with this just a little bit sooner than we have. Okay, it does look like we've won this part of the battle at this point. The infantry have hit their catapults. Their general is down to only 11, but we are... Yeah, we've lost quite a lot in the process as well. Fine. All my archers just go off all of that nonsense. We're going to finish off their units. Yeah, they're broken at this point. They are pretty much all broken. Get on top of that trebuchet. And this battle is really going down to the wire, down to 9. He's not dying quick enough, is he? Let's just get my spearmen into this position. You just got to run forward and make it happen. Cav, get yourself over here as well, although I wouldn't mind a bit of mopping up as well. But honestly, it's probably not what is most important on this occasion, because there are reinforcements who are... They exist, but they're very, very slow to enter the battlefield on this occasion. So we shouldn't worry about them too much. He's down to 5. Good. We're down to 16 and 12. Yeah, General is now fleeing, which is what we want to see. And, okay, in that case, yeah, we need to get the holobars on this, because they were to chase him down. I'm not sure our cav can. General, you get on him. You get on him. The first time he seems to have largely gone. But we need to chase these guys down. Hopefully, we are very tired, but they are hopefully going to get caught themselves. Down goes their general. Good news. Well done, holobars. Well done. And with that, we can now swing back and try and deal with as many of these units as possible. Infantry are now getting themselves back in position at the far end of the battlefield. There's a hill over there, but they can come to us. Damn it. Okay, we've lost an awful lot here, but I'm fairly happy, by and large, First army is officially completely broken now. We just need to be, yeah, mindful of having some energy left for the second battle here. Having once again walked some of my cavalry through the spikes, but not my general because I'm not completely foolish. Yeah, we should probably reorganise for the next part. Now, they're lining up over there on that little hill. They're sending some of these around over here. Okay, they've got so much. I do not want to face all of this at once. What I might have to do then is grab my army, yeah, one big force here and start turning it over in this direction. I probably need to face these guys before these lot turn up because they are a bit further away. So we're going to have to start approaching, and I'm a bit concerned because they are actually defending. Yeah, they're actually defending their catapults over on the hill here, which is pretty sensible. They're on the hill, and okay, this could be painful. Just feel awfully like we're just back where we started because we're back to being shot by trebuchets. On this occasion, I do not have enough to go and deal with them, so we're just going to have to take some of the hits whilst their horse boys run in and throw javelins at us, which is not particularly ideal, but the arrows will take care of them fairly simply. Same with their Gallic archers over there. Now, it might just be a good idea once again actually to get all our infantry just to run forward, and I think that's what we're going to do because they don't have the infantry to deal with us, but they certainly have everything else. Interestingly, the other army has now started to run in. Ooh! They shot their own general. Oh, lovely stuff. Okay, we are now wiping out this next army fairly nicely, but I'm just very concerned about the third force here. Archers, shoot them as soon as you can, please. Just keep pushing forward, infantry. Keep on pushing forward. We are winning, but they're getting themselves into position very quickly indeed. That doesn't concern me slightly. We just have to reorganise over in this part of the battlefield, I think. Something like this. Yeah, archers, get yourselves over here. Cavalry, run around the side, please. Don't die in a stupid fashion, but please do get yourselves here. Right. Right, they are running away en masse at this point, which is largely good news, but I should probably just grab my whole force and tell it to reorganise right about here because, oh, we've got to do a third battle now. They are flying into us here, and it is cocking chaos as far as I can tell because, oh, that was a big hit on my archers. I don't like any of that nonsense. They have so much left to face us off with here, and we are not fresh anymore. That is the main thing. If we were fresh here, I'd very much fancy our chances, but we are not. No. We are strong enough to basically win any infantry encounter here, but we've got to be very, very careful about... there's some Gallic archers back there as well who are kind of annoying. We'll just send in a few missiles here or there. General is doing good work dealing with those trebuchets. You guys swing back around. We just need to get this main force in position. Okay, you know what? You know what? We'll just get the infantry. I can see currently actually things are starting to go a little bit awry. General was losing a few too many men for my liking, but it looks like he's done a good job of mopping up a lot of those. Okay, good work. Get ourselves into a position. Archers maybe just swing over here, get back into a different position. Our best opportunity really is just to charge them, but let's just make sure we are in the position we want to be. Javelin men, go, 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 go. We are so exhausted, I imagine, right now, but we're just going to have to do it. Horse boys need to be shot by our missiles. It's really the only way. Some Gallic archers, don't mind them getting picked off a little bit. They have some rider over there who are nothing to really to concern us. Cavalry. Oh, actually, that's a concern. If they're regrouping, get him out of there right now. Get him out of there. Bring him back over to our main forces. Thank you very much. Infantry, that's some Galaglach. Yeah, just keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. Our only way here to win is to be stupidly aggressive. You go and try and intercept those spearmen. Our cavalry. Okay, general is coming over here. You, sir, start shooting at them. Ugh. Yeah, they're trying to chase down my general at this point, and he is getting himself quite badly damaged. Right. Do I have any infantry over here just to intercept him? I don't right now. Okay, some longbowmen are going to have to get engaged potentially. Oh dear, I don't like this. Okay, armoured swordsman, you're vaguely free. Come and help us, please. Okay, right, they broke against the longbows. That's good to see. You get yourselves over there. You get yourselves into the flank. You also come and flank. That's fine. That is fine. Come on, flanky, flanky, flanky. And oh, this is such a mess all around. It's a massive, massive mess. In comes more missiles. General, just go and run into him. I don't know, something like that. Right, we are now getting around the flank of them. Yeah, that's broken. We've got a big route over there, and I think we've got some routes as well at this point. But it's hardly surprising. I think they've wrapped us up one way, re-wrapped them up the other way. We'll just have to do what we can. General, honestly, I need you in the thick of things now. It doesn't matter if there's only a few of you left. You're just going to have to do what you can. Chunky, 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 chunky. And, oh, I don't like these flaming missiles around. Get the general across the rider. This is insane, this battle. I kind of love it. It was kind of a completely foolish battle to even get involved in. But let's blow the Horn of Destiny, because I think my men are going to need it at this point. Blow the Horn of Destiny and get around the... Yes, we've got the flanking manoeuvre. Well done, General. Well done. Mop up these lads. Mop them up. Start turning back around, because apparently we've got flanked weirdly by their men. Oh, there's a thing back over here now. That was a massive hit on the longbows. That is disgusting. Okay, only half the force. I'm amazed we even have half at this point. Right, what are we even trying to kill? This is the main force. So all infantry, charge at those javelin men. General's going to charge at him as well. Longbows, I don't even know what to tell you to do. One of you just go and shoot that catapult, because he's annoying me quite a lot. Other longbows, just go and shoot the Gallic archers. Honestly, just do what you can. Oof! That was a massive hit right on the front of my general unit there, and somehow he survived. He was the one who didn't... Oh no! He didn't survive that one! Oh, the Scottish king is dead. Long live the Scots. Oh dear. The Scottish have failed us once again. It's just a big pile of catapults right now. General, it's down to you. It's down to you. All infantry just charge into the catapults. And General... Okay. No, they are very much gaining the upper hand. We pretty much all routed there with that hit, which is a bit unfortunate. This guy's just going to keep them busy for a little bit. Yeah, this army's gone. This was a very strong army, but unfortunately 3 full forces against them is too many, and that hit on the general just killed what morale we had left. Sadly, it's been a brutal affair, but as expected, we didn't actually have enough to do this. So much artillery fire, so much artillery fire. Ugh. Oh well, we fought long and hard overall, but I can't blame them for running. They're exhausted. They just saw their king get himself barbecued. I mean, look at that. I mean, that was our infantry breaking right there. Daesh Kapala. Well, it took the Third Army to kill us, and mainly this pile of 18,000 trebuchets. If you haven't seen my artillery-only campaign, then I would recommend it. But there we are. Alexander the Cunning. Not so cunning there. He got himself burnt to a crisp. And whilst that may seem like a brutal, brutal defeat for us, in many ways, the Englishman has just got rid of the Scottish king. So that's one way of thinking about it. Now, this lad is also pretty darn solid. What happened to their armies? Where have they gone? Where have they gone? Who ruddy well knows? Okay, over to Dublin with you, my good sir. Send in the next general to his inevitable death. And we've got this lad over here to come help. We've got another army in the boats. Good news. You can just go stand in the forest and make sure that they don't come and attack us. We're going to come over here as well and just stand in the field in their way. That is very much the plan. And we've got another army who's just going to swing over in this part of the world because, quite frankly, we have armies to throw away until the Irish are completely defeated. Okay, well, we'll keep on moving up towards the likes of Tipperary. That's good. Reinforcements for Cork. That now is officially going to be held as far as I can tell. We're in a good position there. Go and blockade their port of Tipperary. I don't think they have any ports left. We pretty much blockaded all of those as well. Oh yeah, Lifford, we could have done that last turn. Might as well just march in. Lovely news. That's another general gone. Sack the settlement. And as much as this guy might want to, yeah, stand over here, I'm not sure he really fancies his chances anymore. I don't think you'll get that opportunity, my good sir. No. Right, well, let's just go and take their fort off them, because that's kind of funny. Yeah, it is over Trim where the main thing is going down. So we'll use this army to go and put this under siege. Lovely. That fort's under siege. Wow, they have so many forces in Meath. It's obscene. Kind of love it, though. Do kind of love it. Right, we have a couple cav here. We'll just send them out to go and grab things like that watchtower, because that's not currently ours. That's good to see. And what? Sorry, what was that princess there? That was amazing. I'd never heard that princess. Like, where is the princess?
Don't even think about touching this noble lass.
I'd never heard the Irish lass talk before. That's beautiful. Okay, I'll tell you what. We've had a big old smashy affair there before the end. So I think that's perhaps a good place to leave it for today. I think we're at the penultimate episode here. I think next time we will see us probably take Athens to Tipperary without too much problem, because yeah, it looks like if we go and send our forces out of here and just send a couple to man the town, good. To be honest, they haven't got an awful lot left over in this part of the world, do they? No, they've got a full stack force in the Irish fort. If they don't want to come out and attack us, then into Tipperary we go. Actually, I might go take on the fort instead. We'll keep a good eye on what's going on in this part of the world. There we are. Grab the watchtower. You, my good sir, go take the fort. Now, there we are. We have eyes on pretty much all of the Emerald Isle now. Right, so we've got the fort here. We've got the pass blocked, so Dublin will fall. There is no way they can get to Dublin. We've got that blocked off. We're using their own forts against them on this occasion. They might sally forth, but they will lose. And yes, we have this lad here to go take Dublin. Trim, well, we're just going to pull them into a battle or two. We'll try and find the place for that. Now, by the way, do we have... there is one more army I want. There we are. There's the Welsh lad. Yeah, he's the army I want. Beautiful news. Okay, just want to make sure that he made it here. He's realistically a damn hero. Good old Cadgwan. No idea how we're supposed to pronounce that. My Welsh doesn't go much beyond Boreda, but there we are. That's your Welsh lesson for the day. We do have plenty of reinforcements coming in. Oh my days, we have so many reinforcements. Okay, you, my good sir, are just scraps, so you can go over to Dublin and just man the town. A few more scraps. I don't think we ever needed those scraps. We have another full stack army of doomed troops over here. Okay, I think we have enough, if I'm honest, and this is, as I say, a good place to leave it for today. I think we actually run out of armies at Dumfries. That's nice. You can go pick up the lads over on Anglesey. Lovely stuff. So, yeah, next time we'll smash up that army. I might even do that in between episodes, because I think that might just be a formality. Although, as we know, with all those trebuchets, it can be awfully awkward. So we'll see about that. But good old Captain Colin here might have a fun battle in the trees next time. It's all going to go to a head in Meath like it did for the English. But yes, we'll have to see if they have any of their, what do you call them, gun cav. And if they have any more of those Moira who were utter doom lads earlier on in this campaign. So we'll see about that next time, but for now I will leave you. As always, this is To Knows the Human, and this has been the end of the Scots and the Norse, and soon to be the end of the Irish on our Britannia Rebels campaign. Thank you, and bye-bye. They're bracing, but they're bracing in the wrong direction, which is probably for the best. Okay, they're turning around. No! It's too late! It's too late! There goes their general. That's another break, most likely. And there we are. That's how you chariot!